Morning. Today's January 24th, 2018. I got up probably about like 20 minutes earlier this morning. Figure I'd go ahead and change for the gym before I went. That way when I get there I don't have to spend the time to do it. Also hoping to get there a little bit earlier because they unlock their doors before 5. So I figure if I can get there as they're opening the doors, throw my stuff in the locker, I can get a squat rack before they're all taken. So today's upper body, so I'm going to use the squat rack to help assist with benching and all that, since I haven't done it in like over 2 years. That, and I can use it for shrugs and stuff like that. So, but that's pretty much my plan. I do have to work today from about 11 to, well, they have me scheduled 11 to 4, but then at 4 I have to be at physical therapy, so I'm gonna have to leave out before 4. So yeah, it'll be a little busy today. It'll just be a long day, but that's pretty much it. So I might check in with you right after the gym, let you know how that went. Otherwise I'll talk to you later. Enjoy. Hey guys. Alright, I just got done with the gym. I went ahead and ran over here to the grocery store because the sun was ridiculous over there. I mean, all you would see is just one big white circle. So just had to get some more butter for my coffee, which always sounds funny when I say that. But upper body today, I got in the gym at like 4:35. Still ended up with 4 people in the free weight room before me, and I watched the woman that unlocks the door unlock it about 6 seconds before I got to the door. So on my way out, she's like, "Wow, you still here?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You were here when I first opened the door." I'm like, "Yeah, I work out longer than I'm supposed to, I guess." And then I asked her, I said, "What time do you open the door?" Because, I said, I prefer to get in that free weight room before everything's taken, So she said about 4:30, 4:35 basically. So she said, usually she gets there and there's already 6-7 people standing outside. I'm like, swell. I'll admit I haven't been to one of them gyms where they camp outside to get into it. So, but didn't have a problem getting on the benches and all that I needed. So that's a positive. Like I said, upper body, got done with that, went downstairs, did some machines. I just felt like going still. Got on the curve treadmill, which I actually took a picture of. So after this little section, you'll see what that looks like if you don't know what it looks like. Did that for like 10 minutes. I just got done with that. Didn't really, feel like getting on the treadmill. I mean, I could have forced myself, but it would have been a half-assed, workout. So I decided to try the row machine. Never used one before. Got on it. Started going about 2.5 minutes. And it felt like I was about to rip the chain right out of the machine. Like, I'm pulling. I'm like, what the heck? I look at the 2 people next to me and, they look like they're in way better shape than me and, like struggling. So I went to adjust the setting. It's like setting from 1 to 10. It was already on 10. I'm like, 10's usually the highest. So maybe I'll knock it down to 5 and see. And I tried 5 and it felt basically the same. I'm like, at that point, girl got on the one next to me. I said, 10 is the highest setting, right? She's like, yeah, usually. Wait a second. And then she thought about it. She's like, well, let me try real quick. And she set it on 10, did it, and then set it on 1, did it. And she's like, they actually kind of feel the same. I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. That's all I wanted to know. So I went for another 2.5 minutes, and it's like, if the problem is if you start off too fast and then start to slow down, you don't get any of the resistance as you pull back, because you know your fan is already moving too fast for you, you know, or the gear doesn't catch up fast enough. So it's like you got to maintain a pace or increase the pace to feel something, you know, other than like the legs of pushing back and stuff. But I don't know. I guess that's one of the machines where I have to go slower on and do a longer period of time. I mean, it was, you know, I won't lie, 5 minutes I was starting to feel a little winded. You know, my endurance isn't anywhere near what it needs to be. So, I don't know, maybe next time I'll just try to ease up or something. I'm just too used to powering through things. But I didn't get a picture of those results. Like the first 2.5 minutes, I'm, you know, confused trying to figure it out and asking her, and before you knew it, the screen cleared off. And the second 2.5 minutes, I was I guess I was a little annoyed at that point, so I didn't grab a pic. If I do it next time, you know, hopefully I'll go longer and I'll get a quick pic, you know, of like time and calories burned or something. Unfortunately, you have to push the button to click through the screens to get your different, you know, your watts and your calories burned and all that stuff. So I'm not going to take 20 pictures. I'll just, like I said, pick like calories burned, and you know, it should show the time, something like that. But yeah, and then 15 minutes in the sauna and showered and everything, and like I said, on the way out, you know, she's like, wow, you've been here a while. It's like, yeah, well, don't have to be at work till like really like 11:30, because it shouldn't take me more than a half hour to get to the job site, and even then they schedule you to get on the job site a half hour before you need to be there. And what I'm doing is basically visual, so they can actually get started before I get there, and when I get there I can see where they're at. But other than that, I got to run over to, there's like one store in the area that has a bulletproof coffee. I need to pick up a bag. I'm almost out. That's like 10 minutes of grinding to grind all the beans down. I mean, it would be nice to grind as I go, but it's just easier to grind it all at once and, you know, just seal it in a container and use it as I need it. So yeah, and then I have, like I said, physical therapy at 4. So other than that, that's basically gonna be my day again. So I ain't gonna promise a short clip. Every time I do, it never is. So at this point, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't know how these other guys do it. Do a 10-second clip and I seem to know their whole day. Like, they must, you know, live in a world where, like I said, they get 36 hours in a day, and I'm living in a world where I get like 16 or something. I don't know how it's done. But that's where I'm at. So I guess until I make the next clip, I'll see you later. Have a good day. Hope it's great. Hope it's wonderful. And I'm sure Allie would say, I hope it's outrageous. See ya. How's it going, guys? So it's like 5:30. I just finished up with physical therapy. They're still not understanding. Let me adjust that just a little bit. There we go. It looks beautiful. They don't understand why I'm still in physical therapy. I mean, I do have some improvements to do, but it's nothing major. So, but apparently the doctor finally sent over another referral notice, and this time it says twice a week for a month. So I don't know if one of the nurses talked to him or what, but either that or he just wants, because, you know, either that or he just wants me to do that for a month and then stay on light duty for another month. I don't know what his thought is. All I know is what he told me in the office, which was 2 months, 3 times a week. So I have no clue anymore. So I'll probably end up trying to call them tomorrow and reschedule the appointment that I made for, I think it was March 26th, and reschedule it for the end of February now, unless he still wants to see me in March. Once again, I don't know. But physical therapy went great. They busted out some new moves for me. I showed them I could do them. They were stunned. Yeah, I'm amazing like that, But other than that, I went out to the job site, and it was supposed to be like 4 hours, turned into a half hour, because it's not really testing, but I'm just going to say testing that they wanted was different than what I was sent out there for. And, what they wanted was way easier. So it took me like 15 minutes. Spent 15 minutes talking to the main guy on site, joking around and stuff. And then quick filled out my paperwork, put it in the computer, and done. So, I think the total time was about an hour and a half. Travel time was almost a half hour each way. And then, like I said, it was about a half hour, a little more of work. So yeah, that went quick. Came back to the office. Just had like a half a cucumber and a little bit of broccoli. Didn't realize the broccoli I bought wasn't pre-rinsed. So yeah, it's loads of fun when you go to chomp into it and you end up with a bunch of dirt in your mouth. It's like awesome. But other than that, nothing much happened. I watched a little bit of YouTube. Talked in the chat room. Spoke to Allie. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't want to be a creeper. I gotta stop mentioning that name. Maybe I'll call her Alan. There you go. I talked to Alan for a second, in the chat room. That one's gonna crack me up for a while. It's alright. I think it cracked her up too. Some people, man. I wouldn't doubt it if it's an ex-girlfriend that came across, the one ex-girlfriend out of the ones I've had that ended not so well. And I know which one. I wouldn't doubt it if it's her. But whatever. I don't care. It's called past is past, Can't make everybody happy. So, other than that, I'll probably go in the office, get my clips put together, get the video going, have dinner pretty soon. And I did get physical therapy was nice enough to, hey, I know it's hard to tell what it is. It's a band. They have like a roll of it. So I asked them if I can get a piece so I can do some of the stuff they're showing me, either in the office or even at the gym. I didn't notice any bands at the gym, so I'm thinking people are bringing them in. Either that or they're somewhere special that I'm not paying attention to. So they're probably right in front of my face and I don't realize it. But it's nice to have a band anyways. Like I said, it means I can do it here at the office or wherever. I can get on a walking trail and just do those type of exercises on the walking trail. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But other than that, nothing much this afternoon. Tomorrow, grab my phone. I'm not set up for anything yet, but usually they try to have our schedule in by 6. I know that job site today said that what I was scheduled for today, they're probably going to do tomorrow. So I might get sent out there to do that, or might not have anything. It don't matter to me either way. I just want to know up front whether I'm going to have something or not, so I know what I'm doing. Also, I'm doing this in my work truck, so I know the lighting isn't the greatest. I mean, if I turn that on, then half my face is lit up and the other half isn't. So I don't know if that's better or what. It might be better for now. I don't know. But yeah, cloudy out. There was a couple of little tiny snowflakes. So I don't know if it's trying to pop out a snowflake or not. It's been very windy today, ridiculously windy. I think the top temp was like 45. So I know it's supposed to dip down today, tomorrow, and then start to go back up into the 50s. And then Sunday is supposed to be rain. So free car wash, free truck wash. Can't complain about that. But other than that, still in a good mood. I know when I talk, sometimes it's hard to tell if I'm in a good mood or not. I'm in a good mood. I'm not really. If I'm going off about something, then I'm not in a good mood. Unless it's something positive. Let's put it that way. So, other than that, not much else. I'll probably go ahead and end this instead of just rambling on. So, I hope you guys have a great night. Get some good rest. Start again tomorrow. And just remember, you be you. Because in the end, you are awesome. Thank you.